Surfer in red looking for a 1.93 to go to first. Yellow in third, looking for a 3.18 to go to second. But let's not forget that Surfer in second, Clayton Turrell, needs to add a second score to that scoreline. And that will make that requirement of Surfer sitting in third bump up. So once again, we've got white first, red second, yellow third. Time call 8 minutes. And we see a surfer. Oh, I've lost power. Testing. Hello? So and I've got a tower problem. My PA is down. This tractor is down. Right, so you see Surfer in white, Car Stubbs just finishing up that wave there. Alright, so we're just having a slight power issue here. So we still do have our streaming live. So you see Surfer in red with a massive turn up off the top. Oh, how's that crack off in that in section? That's Clayton Turrell. He has been on absolute fire lately. timing and placement, as his coach Royden Bryson would say. That's what he works on. So looking spot on there with that. So sitting down in third, but you'll safely say that that score is going to help his cause. Going into his scoreline. It's got about 3.5 minutes left here. So Clayton Turrell, surfer in red, being very patient in this heat, but selecting the waves that are going to give him that opportunity. Kyle Stubbs currently sitting in first. William Neal holding on to second, but there it is. It's all just changed. Last of red coming in at an 8.17, so two well-placed turns going excellent. So Clayton Turrell now into first. You see Kyle Stubbs down to second. William Neal in third. Surfer in yellow looking for a 4-5. So he's going to need to hunt that lineup, look for that opportunity. 2.5 minutes remaining. So as we head towards the last minute of this heat, we see Clayton Turrell in red in first. 8.17 and a 6. 1 minute to go. Kyle Stubbs in second. He has a 4 and a 3.93. William Neal in third. Looking for a 4.5 to go into second. Not too much on offer out there at the moment. It's looking a bit quiet. 30 seconds to go. Heading down to 20 seconds remaining here. This heat's coming to an end. We are going to count this heat out in 3, 2, 1. Alright, sorry folks, we just had a bit of power issues. Surfers in heat number 2, set your watches for the start. Counting you down in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so heat number 2 is on. So we did see that first quarter final. We had Clay Turrell on his second last wave coming in with an 8.17, so he went excellent. So surfer in red, Clay Turrell taking the win. Kyle Stubbs in white coming in second. Bad luck, William Neal in third. We see up and riding on a left-hander here. That's Kyle Hall in yellow. Big drop for white. Kieran Murphy right up the top. Oh, big floater. So just not giving him a second maneuver, but what a great setup on that free-falling floater over that heavy section. So we've seen Kyle Hall on the first wave. He is wearing yellow. we saw Kieran Murphy on the second wave. He is wearing white. Joining them in the lineup, we've got in red Nathan Taylor, and in blue we got Joshua Jeffries. Okay, up and riding, this is red. Nate Taylor. Oh, just loses his balance slightly on that first highline pump. Anyway, he'll reset. And wow, Kieran Murphy getting rewarded for that first move. 2 riders up. Yellow, nice crack. Whoa, that's a huge turn down the bottom for white. So Kieran Murphy is just chasing this lineup up and down. And I'll tell you, Surfer in white, his first wave, he scored a 6.5 for that free-falling lip line floater. 6.5, where they're going with this next score. Attacking this lip. KM. Kieran Murphy on fire. We saw Kai Hall in yellow, your first wave, a 5.67. So Kai Hall, you got a good opener, 5.67. Joshua Jeffries also with a solid hit on the forehand. Alright, so scores coming in. First of red, 0.77. First of blue, a 2.33. Last of white, a 4.67. So first 3 minutes of this heat, lots of action. Early situation has white in first, already on 11.17 points. So that's a handy start. We've got Kai Hall. Surfer in yellow had the next best of those opening exchanges. He's in second. So yellow opened with a 5.67. Got Joshua Jeffries scoring a 2.33 on his first. Nathan Taylor just with a 0.77. And watch blue down the line, snapping off the top, ripping that tail around. Woo! And we've got red driving off the bottom, up into the lip, late to the last section and clicks it up there. I'm loving this heat so far. So Joshua Jeffries down in blue, down the beach in blue. Attacking those turns, loosening up the tail off the lip. Nate Taylor gets a big crack and then looked like he wouldn't get that second turn in and manages to just get up there into that lip coming down at him and controlled it beautifully to make that landing. 15 minutes to go. So pretty interesting. Kieran Murphy with a good start. Kai Hall with a good start. But now suddenly on the second exchange, looks to me like Joshua Jeffries and Nathan Taylor are also going to be added to the mix here. I just get the feeling that, in my opinion, the last year or two, the under 18 division's been good. But it's almost been sort of just sitting at one level. You get the feeling this year that the level in the under 18 division has jumped. Everyone just seems to be pushing harder, they're going harder, they really got that go for it attitude. Every section they're pushing as hard as they can. Loving it, absolutely loving it. Okay, Kai Hall, up and riding, big wall, cracks, look at that spray, up in the air, big section ahead, whoops it over there, and lands cleanly. How those two turns, folks. It's exactly what I'm talking about. These surfers are going for it on every turn. And just have a look at these scores from this last exchange, and we're going to add Kai Hall to this exchange because his score is going to come in here. But last of Blue came in at a 6.43, and you see Red up and riding. I won't tell him while he's riding about his excellent score that he had on the wave before, but now that he's down, last of Red was an 8.33. So Surfer in Red went excellent on his previous ride. And last of Yellow comes in at a 9.77. Kieran Murphy with another single big hit. This is non-stop action. But Kai Hall getting rewarded. 9.77, folks. Unbelievable. That was good surfing. That was the attacking I spoke about. So we've seen two excellent scores in the first 7.5 minutes of this heat. We saw the 9.77 from Yellow. We saw the 8.33 from Red. We've got a 6.5 from Kieran Murphy in white. We have a 6.43 from Joshua Jeffries in blue. So everybody in this heat is a talking point. But where are our positions? Well, we have in first, Surfer in Yellow, Kai Hall. In second, Kieran Murphy in white. In third, Nathan Taylor in red. So Red looking for a 2.84 to go up to second. And in fourth, Blue, Joshua Jeffries. He's in fourth but looking for a 4.75 to go to second. This is a super heat, folks. We've got a super heat on our hands. Don't go anywhere. We thought Kieran Murphy had the perfect start, but then we saw Nate Taylor get an excellent score, 8.33. And then Kai Hall came with the biggest number we've had all competition since we started on Wednesday, the 9.77. And here he goes. Kai Hall working it through. What's he got? He's loading up. Goes for the air rotation. Doesn't ride out of it. So just under 11 minutes to go. So as we approach the halfway mark, Yellow first, white second, Red in third, looking for a 2.84. Blue in fourth, looking for a 4.75. So once again, Yellow first, white second, Red third, looking for a 2.84, and Blue in fourth, looking for a 4.75. Halfway through, 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes, surfers. So loving this action. Of course, this is the Rip Curl Grom Search. Thanks to Rip Curl, our main sponsor for this event. We thank the Royal St Andrews Hotel, the presenting sponsor, bringing us here to the Port Alfred Easter Festival. And what a great week of surfing we've had. Coming up next, surfers can get their vests. We've got Cooper Smith in red, Josh Malherbe will be in white, Xavier Vanamava in yellow, and Logan Tilsley in blue. Action just keeps coming. just told him 10. 8:30 now. Is there someone not checked in? Who? No, he'll be alright. He's a Malverdi. His dad will kick his truck if he doesn't check in. Time call surface, 8 minutes to go. Surface in the next heat, please check in. So surfers in the water just catching their breaths here as they plan their final attack on this heat. No change to situation. Yellow in first, Kyle Hall in the lead. White, Kieran Murphy in second. Red, Nathan Taylor in third. Red, you're looking for a 2.84 to go to second. Blue, Joshua Jeffries in fourth. Surfer in blue looking for a 4.75. Tight numbers here, folks. Watch the paddle up and riding. This is White. Nice crack up off the top. So Kieran Murphy looking for a left. This is our heat leader, Kyle Hall. He's in a comfortable position, so I think he's just riding a few waves. Out in front, his two scores are 9.77 and a 5.67. Just a couple of throwaway scores there. Last of White at 3.53. Last of Yellow at 2.63. Five and a half on the clock. Josh, this is maybe why you stand up after your settings are wrong. Go smash it, boy. Looks fun out there. It's actually got better. So as we approach the 5-minute mark here, time call surfers, 5 minutes remaining. So situation in the water still remains the same. Kyle Hall Yellow in first. White, Kieran Murphy in second. Nathan Taylor in red is third. Looking for a 2.84. He's got to be thinking it's out there somewhere, right? And Surfer in blue. Joshua Jeffries sitting down in fourth. He's almost sitting quietly like a sneaky puff at it, because a 4.75 right now will find him in second. And a paddle for red. This is Nathan Taylor. So he's going to look to go to the air. Watch this. He's loading up. There he goes. Pops it. Spins it. I don't think he rode out. 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go. Up and riding off the small pier. Big turn. Kieran Murphy free falls out. Makes it. But it was Blue's wave. He went further down but didn't get around. So what does the judges think of that vertical attack in that bowl? It's definitely something, a strategy that Kieran Murphy's looked at. Now heat leader now. Working this one through. Nice carve on the rail. Again, carving down that section. And he goes out. So definitely we've seen the waves improving. I'm just checking the time here, just after 2 o'clock. So we just over an hour after the dead low tide. We saw a lot of water moving through on that outgoing tide into the low tide, lots of rip. But it seems like it's starting to settle now with a little bit of water starting to push in again. Come over this bank and just settle those tides a bit. Just in time for my evening surf. 2.5 minutes remaining. Right, last of white comes in at a 5.83. So last of white, a 5.83. That goes into your top two, Kieran. So a bit more pressure on third and fourth here. We see red up and riding, Nate Taylor. Nice crack up into that section. So I won't tell you what Nathan needs because the judges want to concentrate on that score. 2 minutes to go. Yellow first, white second. In third we got Surfer in red, but we got a number to come for him. And down in fourth, Surfer in blue. Surfer in blue is looking for a 5.91. 90 seconds. So Nathan Taylor, you were looking for a 4-point ride. Your last score comes in at a 3.37, so just short. So Red, you're still looking for 4 points. And this chap is well out in front. This is Kaho. Under 1 minute now. Spin it to win it. He hasn't needed to spin it to win it. "40 seconds. "30 seconds. So we have yellow in first, white second, red in third looking for a 4. Blue in fourth looking for a 5.91. Down to last 10 seconds as we're going to start to count this one out. In 3, 2, 1. What a heat. Okay, quarterfinal heat number 3. Set your watches. Counting down. 3, 2, 1. So out in the water, Cooper Smith is in red. Josh Malherbe is in white. Xavier van der Merwe in yellow. Logan Tilsley is in blue. Check out at sea, a couple of waves capping out on that outer reef. Just showing us that there's still a bit of swell around. Car Hall, if you could just come and check me here, please. This side. Big crack off the top. I think that was Surfer in yellow, Xavier van der Merwe. So Kaho, lekker heat you had there. Let's talk about the biggest score of competition we've seen since the start of surfing here on Wednesday. You fetched a 9.77 for those two absolutely cracker turns. How did that feel? I mean, that was attacking.
Yeah, it felt good to finally put a wave together. Been struggling a bit from the past couple contests, but just got to watch the waves and play the game. It's more of a hunters. You just got to hunt for waves and hope you're lucky. And yeah, I was just lucky on that one. Stoked to get some and put some together.
It was a good wave, there's no doubt, but we just see red. That's Cooper Smith working that one through. Lovely carve on that first section, not getting around. You know, it was a good wave. It had that opportunity, but it only gave you two sections, so it wasn't an epic wave. So you had to hammer those sections, and I mean, you didn't hold back on any of those turns. Were you just thinking, go as hard as you can? I mean, you fetched a good score. It was well into the excellent 9.77. You went hard in that heat.
Yeah, I mean, when you get an opportunity like that, you have to execute it, else they'll penalize you for that. So I saw the two opportunities and just, executed it the best way I could, and stoked to run out of it.
Before you paddled out, what were you thinking? It looked tough, but when you guys were out there, I wanted to go surfing. It looked fun out there. Did it seem better than you expected? Or I mean, that heat seemed good. There was two excellent scores. It was a competitive heat.
It definitely got a lot better. I even saw a couple of shacks out there that I wish I was on. And I didn't get the opportunity to land any airs, but I was definitely looking for that. I was just having fun out there and stoked to get rhythm. Hopefully you can keep that rhythm going through the next heat.
Beautiful, Kai. Well, good luck. I think that will be you for the day. You're doing the expression session. There we go. You're going to get your chance to do. What are you going to give us in the expression session?
We'll see. Hopefully a little combo, maybe a little shady into a 4-0, hopefully, if everything goes well. But I would take it one at a time. Maybe just a big straight air for the start.
You sound like the world champion right now.
Hopefully one day.
Go smash it, boy. So early numbers coming in. Saw first of white in this heat, a 0.4. First of yellow, a 3.17. So I reckon these surfers in this heat would have watched that last heat as they warmed up and gone, you're going to need to go pretty big, yeah? 4 minutes gone in quarterfinal number 3. 16 to go. First of red comes in at a 4.27. The judges loving that outside maneuver. Up and riding. This is yellow, Xavier van der Merwe. Whoa, a whole lot of water to deal with there. The 14 minutes remaining. I knew when I looked at those weather charts this morning and I gave you guys the forecast for the day, and I told you that we would see light variable northeasterly winds today, that you do not get such a thing in the Eastern Cape. Doesn't happen. They just, kept it positive. But we always knew by the afternoon this easterly would pick up. But the good news is the promise of a new westerly wind tomorrow, together with a nice new swell. And if I look at the charts and believe the charts, we could have a very nice finishing day of the Ripcord Grom Search tomorrow. It's not my predictions, I just go on. I know you people are going to laugh at this, but I use Wind Guru. I do look at other charts, but everyone says Wind Guru is wrong, so I look at it. I actually think they're quite right. So often when you have a heat with a flurry of waves, it's followed by a heat where it's a little bit quieter, and that's been the start of this heat. Seen the best ride coming from Red Cooper Smith, the 2.47. But here we go, Surfer in White up and riding. Josh Malherbe, what's he got for us? Loading up. Oh, puts it up there. Can he hit this one? Yes, he does. It's a bit late. I don't know if he's going to ride out of that. He's trying to. He's there somewhere, but incomplete. So 12 minutes to go. Just looking now for Logan Tilsley, Surfer in Blue, to find his opener. Interested to see how Logan looks in this heat. He's been really one of the most improved surfers over the last year or two. Strong goofy foot surfer. Really gets it up there on the backhand. But he's waiting for his opener. Last of White comes in at a 2.33. So still the best number so far was that opener for Red, a 4.27. 11 minutes to go. Red first. We've got Yellow second. White in third, looking for a 1.35. And Blue in fourth without a wave yet. But Surfer in Blue looking for just a 3.67. So no need to panic yet for Surfer in Blue. He's got time. Not needing a big score. And of course he can do that in 2 waves. Coming up next, we'll see Ben 10 Esterhazen in red. Rylan Jarvis in white. And Matt Cano Canning in yellow. All 3 of our surfers in the next heat are goofy footers. So that's going to be an interesting comparison. Halfway through this one, 10 minutes remaining. Red first, yellow second, white in third, looking for a 1.35. Blue in fourth, looking for a 3.67. Hello ladies, did you enjoy your day on the beach? Beautiful down here, hey? The Easter Festival, the Ripcord Grom Search. I'm going to keep the beach entertained, man. I'm going to keep the beach entertained. I love it. Strike, yeah. Right, let's keep our eye on the lineup because this quiet heat might just start livening up. Big paddle there for one of our surfers. That was Blue. Not getting onto that one. Surfer in yellow down the bottom. Xavier van der Merwe goes, I'll take it. Just a bit tricky at the end. So Logan Tilsley really dug hard into that wave out the back. Just couldn't get on. Tell you what, Logan's actually recovering from a green stick fracture on his hand. So that paddle in is probably even a little bit tougher, probably a little bit of pain as you're really having to dig in to catch up to these waves and get onto them. So last of yellow came in at a 1.77. So interestingly enough, that 1.77 put yellow into first place. So change of situation. Yellow in first, red in second on one score. White down in third, looking for just a 1.95. And blue in fourth, looking for a 4.28. 7 minutes to go. One more hit there. 6.5 minutes to go. So the next heat, the under 18 boys quarterfinal number 4, will be the last heat of the day. We'll kick off tomorrow morning at 7:30. The under 16 boys quarterfinals. And of course we've got the expression session to come. That is going to be exciting. Co-commentator Wade's going to have to get the book of tricks out. Going to have to know all those different grabs. But Nate Taylor here, bad luck there, Nate. Excellent score when you don't make the heat. That was a good heat though, good surfing. 5.5 minutes. Check it, these Ags preparing for war in the next heat. Matt Canning, Ben Esterhazy eyeing each other up and down there. Rylan Jarvis, he's already down on the beach. Three goofy footers ready to do battle in the final, well, the last quarter final, last heat of the day before we go into the expression session. Can't wait for the expression session. It's a time for our surfers, just on a moment there. 5 minutes remaining in this heat. That expression session just gives our surfers time to express themselves. We hope to see some big aerial maneuvers. So this wind is coming into the wave, which allows for the surfers to ramp up into the wind, get that air under the board like an aeroplane taking off into the wind. So perfect for an expression session. Situation in the water remains the same. Yellow first, red in second. Surfer in red to take first, you're only needing a 0.67. White in third, looking for a 1.95. Watch down the beach. Surfer in yellow, the heat leader, having a look at that big closeout. And we have Surfer in blue now with his first wave. Tilsley up and riding. Sets up, gets that first carve. Surfer in blue down in fourth. So that wave is going to help him whether he likes it or not. It's going into his top two. Alright, so we need a caddy for yellow, Xavier van der Merwe. We need his caddy, he has lost his board. So it looks like a snapped leash. Alright, so we got a board. We might need a leash for that board. He's got 3 minutes to go, he is in the lead. So here comes the board straight in front of the tower. Just remember your caddy, you cannot go into the water and help him with the board. He needs to come onto the beach and collect that board. Otherwise there will be a disqualification, so just watch that rule. Once that board is on the beach, you can assist him with putting a leash on. Then he can grab his own board and paddle back out. But don't take the board out to him. 2.5 minutes to go. So Surfer in yellow, you are in first place. 2 minutes 20 on the clock. So yellow first, red in second. It's a very tight heat. White down in third, looking for just a 1.95. And first of blue was a 1.6. So Surfer in blue only needing a 2.68. So whoever finds a wave in this lineup right now in this last 2 minutes is going to get through the heat. So let's keep a keen eye on this ocean. Watch red having a look. Can he get in? He does. Important wave. Cooper Smith sets that cutback. Another snap. Ooh, and he goes flying over the handlebars. So nerves kicking in as well. White behind. Malherbe. Lots of froth on the face. Can he get into this shore break section? And he's out. So those are going to be small scores. 1.5 to go. So Surfer in yellow currently in first. Just over 1 minute to go. Scores to come through for last of red, last of white. One minute. So last of red at 2.07. Surfer in red goes to first. Last of white to 1.33. Surfer in white, you are in third. White, you're needing a 2.62 to go to second. Watch down the beach. Surfer in blue. Up and over that section. Big hammer, the one maneuver. Blue down in fourth. All right. So blue in with a shot here. He's been very quiet in this heat. 30 seconds to go. We should still have white and red out in the lineup. Are they going to find another opportunity? Yellow down to second now. So red first, yellow second, white third. Blue in fourth, but a wave still owed to blue. And we are going to count this heat down in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so Surfers in the next heat. We are on hold. We've got a score to come through for last of blue. So very low scoring heat on our hands here. Did blue do enough on that last wave to get him into the top two? That is what the judges are asking the question. So Surfers in the next heat, you are on hold. Hold your positions. All right, Surfers in the next heat. Set your watches for a countdown in 3, 2, 1. So, last of blue came in at a 3.23, just short. So we saw Cooper Smith in red taking first. Xavier van der Merwe in yellow, holding on to second. Logan Tilsley just short, coming in third, and Josh Malherbe ending up in fourth. So in the water, our last heat of the day. This is quarterfinal heat number 4. Ben Esterhazy is in red, Rylan Jarvis in white, Matt Canning in yellow. But what about what's going to happen with that expression session? Red. There's nothing, that's just going to be we're going through which years are the best.
Yeah, I think so. You can just double check with hand. And then also like push sand underneath that bottom there. Yeah. No, hold it exactly like this. That's better. Thank you. Yo, that last two. Yo. That high, yo. So these under 18 boys quarterfinals, absolutely crazy. Some big numbers being dropped here in these heats. I am excited right now to see how this one will unfold. 17 minutes and 35 seconds remaining, surfers. 17 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. And just a reminder to all of our competitors that after this heat, we will commence with the expression session. So after this heat, we will commence with the expression session. As we are watching our surfer in red, and that was Ben, just a quick turn for him, and he's out of there. So looking to build on a couple of scores. So just a reminder to surfers that will be surfing in the expression session that we will be starting at 3 o'clock. So that will be happening directly after this heat. So I would recommend that towards the end of this heat, at the 5-minute mark, surfers can come and start collecting their vests. So at the 5-minute mark, towards the end of this heat, surfers can start collecting their vests. So if you are surfing in the expression session, you can come and collect your vest within the following minutes. So everybody that will be participating in the expression session is not allowed to leave the beach because we need all of our contestants standing right here in the front. Yeah, go get everything you need. So if you are participating in the expression session, make sure that you come to the beach marshal with everything that you need because you will be unable to leave the beach once you get your rash vest. So if you are participating in the expression session, please make sure that you have everything that you need before you get started because you will be unable to leave with a rash vest once you have collected it. So current time check, surfers, 15 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. 15 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Okay, Eden, you mustn't waste our time, man. Obviously, big ears. I know you got it. And it's just interesting listening to the competitors talk about the airs that they're going to use. I'm hearing backflips. I'm hearing full rows. I'm excited to see these backflips and photos that's going to be happening after this. I heard it straight come out of Clay's mouth. So Clay, we want to see these backflips. And Logan said he was going to go for the photo, so Logan, we want to see this. So it's 14 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock as we are watching live action. And that is the man in yellow, as it seemed. I could be wrong, but that looked like Matt Canning on that wave. And it seemed like he was just in a good spot there, just a bit wide enough to catch that wave. And excuse me, I think that might have been our surfer in red. That must have been Ben Esterhazy. So just a reminder to all of our surfers that once you collect your rash vest, you cannot leave the beach. We will be needing you guys to line up in front here so we can take a cool picture. Watching the live action now, and that is Rylan Jarvis. And he does a couple of maneuvers, wanting to get the finish, and he does. So a nice maneuver there for our surfer in white, Rylan Jarvis, looking to get the completion. And it seems like he will do the run around too. So current time check, surfers 12 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. 12 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. And currently in the lead, we got our surfer in red, Ben Esterhazy. In second, we got our surfer in white, Rylan Jarvis. And in yellow, Matt Canning. That is our surfer in the third position. So we are awaiting that final ride of white, and I will give you guys a situation update. 11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. 11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. And it's in. Last ride of white coming through at a 5-point ride. A 5-point ride. So white, you are our new heat leader. So last ride of white coming through at a 5-point ride. Red, you've dropped down to second. You need a 1.41 to move back into the lead. And yellow, you are in third. Your requirement is a 4.33. So yellow, your requirement is a 4.33 if you wish to move up into that advancing position. And now we are watching Rylan. A quick in and out for him. Didn't like the look of that one. Though I think that might have been a good wave if he had just decided to go on it. So under 11 minutes remaining now, surfers. Under 11 minutes remaining. So 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining now, surfers. 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. So our situation is white in the lead. Red in second, needing a 1.41 to move up into that first position. And yellow down in third, needing a 4.2 to move up into second. Just under 9 minutes remaining now, surfers. Just under 9 minutes remaining. Just a reminder to our surfers that they cannot go anywhere once they collect their vest. And I see a couple of happy and excited guys. Seems like everybody wants to win this 1,000 Rand up for grabs. And as soon as I say that, the boys give me a little smile, let me know, okay, I'm putting my money on that 1,000 Rand there. So 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining now, surfers. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. And it's almost time for this expression session to get underway. I'm excited to see how this is going to unfold. We've got some of the best juniors right now looking to go ham out there. And that's the whole point of an expression session. You're just going to go hard for that 35 minutes and just stomp any and every sort of opportunity that comes your way. So I heard some backflips, I heard some photos, I heard some slob grabs and some 720s being mentioned here to me. I am excited to see how this is going to go. So 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Situation, white in the lead, red in second, yellow in third. And it seems so cool watching all of these colors standing right here before me. I got the yellow brothers, I got the black brothers, I got the red brothers, and I got the blue brothers and sisters. Must ask Ed, eh? Yeah, just don't drop it. Sure, there's like so many like bowls. You don't need the biggest one, you just need the best running one. So 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, surfers. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. We're still waiting to see a couple more waves being ridden. As we are out live action now, this is our surfer in red, deep bottom turn and a vicious snap. Unfortunately, he goes down. That is our 4-time SA champion there, Ben Esterhuizen. And you can tell that he knows what it takes to be a champion. He's looking to go and do the exact same thing here today. So 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining now, surfers. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. And for the Groms, we are looking for Kai Hall. So Kai Hall, if you can make your way to the beach, that would be greatly appreciated. So Kai Hall. Please, can you make your way to the Beach Marshal Tower, which is now just a desk because the gazebos were moved. So just under 5 minutes remaining now, surfers. Just under 5 minutes remaining as we see a big snap from our surfer in yellow. And that was Matt Canning, and it seems like he's going to go the grindy way and just chip away at that requirement with each exchange. So 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock now, surfers. Guys, just wait. Just wait. Don't even go near the water. You need to just tranquilo for a bit. You need to despacito. It means to relax and slow down. Yes, if you guys just listen to Lily, she's in charge. She's going to make a line for you guys. You guys can stand there and look cool while we wait for this heat to end. So you guys just need to stand on that line that Lily created. Kai Ho, you need to come now to the beach marshal. So Kai Ho, wherever you are, if you can hear me, please make your way to the beach marshal right now. So Kai Ho, if you are around, please make your way to the beach marshal tower. So Kai Ho. And Sean said if Kai Ho's basically somewhere else. It's 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. I apologize for my loud voice there, people. I really do. It's probably getting amplified there like crazy. Kai Ho has made his way down with 3 minutes to spare. Just remember, guys, this is almost like a triathlon. It's a sprint to the beach, a long paddle, and a couple of airs that's going to be done. I see there's a cheater down there by the name of Nate Taylor. So Nate, come and stand on this line over here. We're already seeing you over there. You think there's going to be a quick dash? No, sir. You need to come and stand on this line with your competitors. Oh, so watching white right now, and that is a beautiful snap. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. So surfers, I just want to remind you that it is a beach start. So as soon as the competition ends, we'll give you a new countdown and you will be able to do the digital dash into the water. Talk to me.
Score for yellow.
The last of white rock too. And watching red now up and riding. And that is a beautiful two-turn combo. So I am awaiting some scores right now. However, the last of yellow coming through at a 7-1-7. A 7-1-7. So yellow, you are now in the lead. Though we are expecting some rides from white and red. So when they all drop, I will give you guys a new situation. One minute and 20 seconds remaining, surfers. You need to face forward with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. You need to look ahead of you because as soon as this heat is done, you need to make sure you're not going to trip on that sand. Yes, it is a beach start. It is a beach start. I will give you guys a countdown after this heat ends. So 55 seconds remaining as we are watching yellow now. And he has an audience for his surfing, and that is a beautiful snap. Wraps one back to the pocket. So surfers, just a reminder that I will be counting you down when we start this expression session. You cannot just run freely into the water. So I will give you guys a countdown, so it's cool, you can chill. Relax, breathe. I can see people are tense, they're nervous, they're excited, the energies are high, but chillax. 15 seconds remaining, surfers, 15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds on the clock, surfers, 10 seconds on the clock. And I'll be counting this heat down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of our under-18 boys quarterfinal heat 4. Remember, guys, I will count you down when we are ready. I'm just awaiting the go-ahead from Anne.
Check the terminal. All scores are in.
And all scores are in. So last ride of Yellow coming through at a 5.6. Yellow, you are our heat leader. And making that heat with him was our surfer in white, Rylan Jarvis. So congratulations to white and yellow for advancing through to the next round. John, do you have the tally sheet or the heat sheet? These people are looking at me crazy, bro. So this looks like they want to start.
Hands down there. Sorry, what do you want?
Anne says that she's gonna give me a countdown, but I want to know if you are ready.
Yes, go.
Okay. Okay, surfers, are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? Okay, counting you guys down in 3, 2, 1, go! And it is on. So the 2 free surfers out in the water, can you please make your way back into the inside? Free surfers out in the lineup, can you please make your way back inside? We are not done. So free surfers out in the lineup, we are not done. Please, can you make your way back inside? So free surfers out in the lineup, please make your way back in. We are not done with the competition. And that was some clutch surfing there from a man in yellow. Come over here and do your post-heat interview, my man. Congratulations, my guy.
Wait, are you on here?
Yes, I am. And I'm on this side. Awesome, and I got the heat leader with us, and we got Matt Canning in the building right now. And Matt, tell me something. How does it feel to be snapping away at some big numbers out there? You got the 717. Tell me something. What were you thinking when you took off on that wave?
That was a very stressful heat. Stoked to make it, but I knew I got like quite a good score on that one turner, so I just needed to back it up. So I kind of surfed it a bit safe, but stoked to get the job done.
Yes, sir, the job done indeed, but you still got another heavy few heats on your hand, eh? Tell me something. What is your mindset as you're going into these next few heats?
There's some really good competitors in this comp. Just trying not to think about it and not to worry who's in my heat. Ready.
Awesome stuff. And do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give to anybody, maybe on the beach or back home?
Shout out to my family for supporting me. My granny from watching back at home and in Spain. And my sponsors. Shot guys.
Awesome stuff there from the Mr. Canning Jr. So that's some awesome stuff. Good luck for your heats to come. That's some awesome stuff there, my guy. Yes, sir. We heard it straight from the man, the myth, the legend. Blood is thicker than water. So a big shout out there to family. And a big shout out there to his grandma watching from back home. So that was Matt Canning with a dangerous backhand attack. And watching up and riding right now, seems like that was the man in yellow. So good luck to all of our surfers out there. It seems like it will be a slugfest as we are watching our surfer in blue. No stranger to that backhand attack. And it seems like it's the blue colors right now. And they are up and riding. And it seems like it could be Kai right now. Could be wrong. And watching black up and riding right now. That is a nice turn. Will he get the section that he's looking for? And that looks like Nathan Taylor. And it seems like there is a surfer up and riding right now. Stole that wave from black. And that might be Lily Heaney. And she said, ladies first. And that was A beautiful 3-turn combo there from Lily Heaney. Ew! She likes the feel of that one. So Lily Heaney off to a good start. So I have to reiterate to the public and the contestants that the criteria is an innovative or most progressive maneuver. So it needs to be dynamic. It needs to be something that the judges did not see today. And you need to stand out amongst your peers. That for me seems like the most innovative and progressive maneuver. Curious question, John, but are you timing this heat? And if so, what is the time?
Yes, we are. There is 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Awesome, thank you very much. So 30 minutes remaining, surfers. 30 minutes remaining as we are watching Blue now. And he is sticking on that tail pad, just stalling, waiting for it to bowl. And it seems like that wave just not cooperating one bit as we are watching our surfer in Blue now, probably with the best section so far. And he makes it. And that must have been the man from Scarborough. Kai. You.
That was Cooper. Cooper Smith.
Oh, my mistake. That's Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith. As we are watching Red up and riding, so Mr. Smith up there with a quick little air rev. And we are watching Black right now. And that is surprise. Does he have a surprise for us? Does he have a backhand full rotation for the boys and girls today? And we see our surfer in yellow. That could have been Clay. Unfortunately, just going down there with our surfer in yellow, Clayton Terrell. Now we are watching yellow. Yellow looking to get some speed work down the line, and a beautiful combo after the float for our surfer over there.
You want me to get your names, understand?
Do you want me to make an announcement? Announced tomorrow. So just a notice that the results of the expression session will be announced tomorrow at the finals. So just a reminder to everybody that is watching right now that we will be announcing the results from the expression session tomorrow evening at the finals once we give the awards. So we will be awarding the winners tomorrow once we finish the finals. And that was Blue right now. I didn't use it after we used it. You know? And watching 27 minutes remaining now, surfers. 27 minutes remaining as we watch a throw tail there from our man in black. And it seems like Surprise was quick in and out there for him. And I am seeing paddle after paddle, and somebody please make it. And it is straight chaos out there. And now we are watching potentially somebody to get into this one, and unfortunately no one able to get into this wave. But now we see our surfer in red up. This looks like Anastasia. That is a nice turn for our surfer in red. She had a very dynamic layback snap on the previous wave. They threw buckets of water. Now watching yellow. I know that was white, Lily Heaney. And now watching yellow on the other side, and it's Clayton. Unfortunately, that wave closing out so fast. He's just unable to make anything with that section. So it's back to the drawing board. So far, the only real progressive maneuver from the guys so far must have been Cooper's air reverse. And as for the ladies, we saw Lily Heaney getting that 3-turn maneuver. And we saw Anastasia Fenter with the layback carve. So just over 25 minutes remaining, surfers. And now we are watching Yellow going for it again, and he goes big. And I'm thinking, like, land that and you're looking at a good score. And what a beautiful rotation there from our man in blue. And it looks like Kai Ho going for broke on that section right there. Some beautiful double ups coming through the lineup right now. And we are watching the man up and riding right now, and it's our surfer in the black singlet. And it seems like he might get a section. Will he go for it? And he goes for the straight air, and unfortunately goes down. And that was the man in the black rash vest. And he's up again. Unfortunately, going down there is a surfer in the black rash vest. Looks like it was just Keaton up and riding right now in the end.
minutes.
24 minutes remaining, surfers. 24 minutes remaining. 24 minutes on the clock. And we see a committed paddle here from our surfer in yellow. Unable to get into this wave, but now white up and riding, and it seems like it's Jeez Louise. One snap for the surfer in white, and she's out. And watching Nate Taylor on the end section there. So it's interesting to see the surfers sitting out in the lineup right now, where they are positioning themselves. We got a couple of people up the point looking for the big bowls. And you got a couple of people on the inside to mid side where they are waiting for those wide ones. And now we are seeing Kai up and riding again. Will he get another section to work with? Unfortunately, all three of those surfers going down on that wave. Now seems like we got blue up and riding again. One backhand attack and out of there. It seems like we got Keaton Murphy up and riding, and he goes for a quick chop out that wave, not offering anything substantial. So he gets out of there. And now we are watching the surfer in red. And the conditions right now super tricky. Very difficult to deal with. Yeah, you can just speak.
Do you announce anything now, mid-heat or any leaders or something like that on that?
And watching the man in black right now in a big section. Will he land it? He went and flew all the way to the heavens and unfortunately unable to stick it. And it's the man from Durban right now. Will we see Surprise going for it? Slowing himself down. Will he get a section? And it looks like this wave starting to bowl up now. And there it is. And Surprise! Unable to land that one. The wind playing a big factor today. Some would say that oncoming wind might work with you, keeping the board completely under your feet. And for some, it might just blow the board completely out from under you. And watching yellow right now, will we see a backhand air reverse? And that is a beautiful rotation. Unfortunately, Clay unable to stick that one. Some beautiful surfing nonetheless that we are seeing here. Some of our surfers really making the most of the conditions right now. And some really experiencing the struggle. And we are watching Blue right now. And unfortunately, Blue unable to make that. So some difficult conditions right now. We expected to see that these conditions might be a little bit difficult to work with, but our surfers are absolutely doing their best as we watch Keenan Murphy. And that was a beautiful rotation there from both surfers in black. So our surfers doing any and everything that they can in order to make it happen. 16 minutes remaining, surfers, 16 minutes remaining. And watching Blue right now. And Blue's down. And now we are watching Blue up and riding. And that is a nice backhand snap there for our surfer in Blue. She's down. So just a reminder to everybody on the beach that we will be announcing the winners of this expression session tomorrow at the awards ceremony. But in the meantime, you can make that loose. And watching White up and riding now, sticking on the tail, waiting for this wave to offer up some sort of scoring potential here. But unfortunately, that wave not offering anything right there. Now we are watching our surfer in Blue. Is this Cooper? And it seems like Cooper just opts for the get out of there while you are still at the back. So everybody standing on the beach, pretty patient, wanting to see how this expression session is going to go. And watching Blue now, and this seems to be Kai, and he's out of there. And Kai, no stranger to big waves. I've seen videos of him surfing in Haleiwa and in Indo, and he knows, he is familiarized with this types of big wave oceans. So our surfer in Blue there, looking super comfortable. Went for a big rotation, unfortunately just unable to stick it. And he goes for another one and he lands it. And that is our surfer in Blue. And we are watching surprise now. Will we see it? Unfortunately, that wave just not giving him the section. Watching Blue right now. So a couple of interesting scenarios being played out right now. It could go to anybody. Anybody could be winning this. Well, we've seen two regressive completions right now from Cooper Smith and Kai Ho. And on the ladies' side, we've seen Anastasia Venter and Lily Heaney complete their rides. So current time check surfers just about. So 16 minutes remaining, surfers. 16 minutes remaining. I repeat, 16 minutes remaining. And as we are watching live action now, This is the surfer in black. This wave just unable to offer him any sort of bowl to pop off. So all of our surfers, oh, we are watching a paddle here from orange or red. Could it be Osbjorn? And it is the man from Long Beach. Will we see him tee off on something, or will we see him fly to the sky? And we are watching somebody out in the riding right now, and it seems like it's Kieran. And Mr. Murphy trying to use Murphy's Law to stick that one. Unfortunately, Murphy's Law could go either way. Surprise Mafumulo, just to let you know that you are surfing in a heat. So if you want to get out of the water, now is your time. So surprise, you better get out. Those were words from Anne herself. So surprise, you need to get out of the water. And every free surfer that is in there right now needs to come out of the water. And watching a paddle. And it seems like it is our surfer in white. And it is Louise. And she looks like she's going to get the section. Will she go for it? Oh. So close. And we saw both surfer in white and yellow there on that wave. And both of them unfortunately going down. And this is what we love to see. All of our surfers going absolutely ham in the lineup right now. Watching is our surfer in black. Unfortunately unable to get a bowl there. So it's back to the drawing board. 14 minutes remaining, surfers. 14 minutes remaining as we watch blue. And that is Leah with a very nice snap. And it seems our surfer in black decides that the waves and conditions are just not it right now. He decides to get out of there. But now watching Kai with 13 minutes remaining. 13 minutes remaining. So 13 minutes remaining, surfers. 13 minutes remaining. What is that? 12 minutes remaining now, surfers. 12 minutes remaining. So 12 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. 12 minutes and 20 seconds remaining as we are watching blue right now. Looking for something to work with. Unfortunately, these waves starting to get a lot more tricky now that the onshore has arrived, and it looks like it is super difficult to catch a good wave out there. So I commend all of our surfers out there trying to get the biggest and progressive maneuver. As we are watching the man in black, looks like he's going to take another paddle out. Watching yellow right now. So just a reminder to the beach that we will be announcing the winners tomorrow at the award ceremony. So we will be announcing the winners tomorrow. And all eyes on the water right now. Do we see somebody taking off on this set? And unfortunately it's, oh no, we do, and it's blue. And unfortunately blue going down there. So the waves being super tricky and difficult to deal with right now. live action now as we got Red up and riding, and he's generating a lot of speed. He's finally in the bowl. Will he wrap it back to the pocket? He does. Smart maneuver. Oh no, he goes down. Unfortunately, Red going down there. And here we're watching Blue now. And we are watching Black. Unfortunately, unable to, and now that is a beautiful attempt there from Kai.
10 minutes.
10 minutes remaining, Surfers, 10 minutes remaining, and we are watching Yellow now. Will we see it? Generating some speed, and this is Clayton. And I've seen him land a million of those there on that south coast of Durban. We're watching his Instagram, he's doing this thing, making it on a regular. So Clayton Terrell, no stranger to the airs. And it seems like our surfer in Yellow probably had the best section to work with right now. 10 minutes remaining, surfers, 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes on the clock. And we are watching White. The one snap for White and she's out of there. So is Blue. And now all eyes on Black. And this looks like a good section. And unfortunately, the conditions may be a lot more tricky than we are thinking right now. And our surfers just finding it a little bit tricky right now to get a good section to punt off of. And I'm telling you, this onshore wind, nice and brisk. A little bit too brisk for my liking, but it's here. So watching some live action right now, and that is a big takeoff for our surfer in Black. Looking to get, and watching another surfer in Black, and he's trying to get a little barrel. And that was a Head and Shoulders advert there from our surfer in Black.
Minutes.
8 minutes remaining, surfers. 8 minutes remaining. Got some beautiful waves coming in right now. Will we see somebody on him? And we got somebody on this wave. Starts to bowl out, generating speed. It's Nate. And unfortunately, just going down there is Mr. Taylor. And it seems like we got another paddle there, and it's Blue. And it seems like it could be Kai on a big air, and he makes it. And that was massive. We got cheers from the crowd. Everybody loving the way that looks. Yes. And that was a massive air there from our surfer in Blue. And that was a big section that he punted off on. And now watching Red. And I'm sure all of these surfers must be hearing me call these things out, and it's just... We're watching Black now. And this is awesome to see. It seems like everybody just going for broke. And we are watching Surprise. You need to get out of the lineup. Surprise, we need you to get out of the lineup. We are still currently busy with the heat. And now watching Yellow on what seems to be a good looking bow as well. And unfortunately this wave just tricky to deal with right now. Surprise Mafumulo. I'm sorry to let you know this, but you are going to be sponsoring this air show, this progression session. Surprise! So this progression session is going to be sponsored by you, unfortunately, because we are going to be dishing out the big F, unfortunately. And Surprise might have to be dealing with a fine there, so just a warning, if you are a surfer, especially in these heats, and you are out there in the lineup whilst there is a heat on, we will be giving you the big F. Watching our surf up and riding right now. This is Nate. So 6 minutes remaining, surfers. 6 minutes remaining.
Waiting at 6 minutes for business.
5 minutes remaining, surfers. 5 minutes remaining. This does not mean you can paddle out, Ben. This is not your heat. You can chill for another 5 minutes. Otherwise, you too will be sponsoring this event, just like Surprise. And up and riding right now. And it seems like it could be Kai again. And it seems like he might get around this section. And it is a big section that could be waiting for him at the end here. And this wave just playing with him right now. It doesn't want him to get this maneuver done, so he is out of there. So just under 5 minutes remaining, surfers. Just under 5 minutes remaining. So just under 5 minutes remaining there. So just a reminder that the person who will be winning in this expression session will be getting 1,000 Rand. So 1,000 Rand to the best girl and boy out in the lineup right now with the most innovative and progressive maneuver. Second place will be getting 600. And we are watching Anastasia Fenter. It's like she went even harder as she heard me call out the prizes. All of these kids looking to win right now. Who will it be that ends up with the bragging rights for this expression session? 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, surfers. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And watching Pink up and riding right now. And it's Blue up and riding again, and it's a big reverse. And for a minute, I just wished that he could ride out like Griffin Colapinto on his knees, kitty patting the white water until they eventually make it out. But unfortunately, he goes down. So 3 minutes remaining, surfers, 3 minutes remaining. As we are watching Kai now, and he's stomping on the tail pad right now, waiting for something down the line. Unfortunately, he goes down. Now we are watching the other man in black with potentially the best section coming up here. And unfortunately, he just goes down. So 2 minutes remaining, surfers. 2 minutes remaining. Watching Blue now. And that is a big rotation there. And it looks like it could have been Cooper Smith. Already got one completion done for the competition. Looking to complete another. And now watching White on a big turn. And will she get another? Will she go for the air? I am so eager to see what comes on this end section. And it is Louise Leprant. And she gets out of there. And watching Cooper, he ditches the fins on that one. So this is awesome to see right now. The surf is going really hard on every section that is offered to them. 1 minute remaining, surfers. 1 minute remaining. There is 1 minute left of this expression session. And now, watching two colors there, and it seems like it's Nate Taylor, and he goes for it. And that would have been full row if he landed that one. So that would have been a full rotor had he landed that one. Please give me a 30 and a 10-second notification, please.
30.
So 30 seconds left, Surface. 30 seconds left. Watching blue. Watching blue now. And black. And they are trying to go for it.
10 seconds.
10 seconds remaining now, Surface. 10 seconds remaining. Will we see a final roll of the dice here for our Surface in blue and white? Counting it down in 3, 2, 1. And congratulations to all of our surfers in the expression session. It was so awesome to watch everybody going ham. We will be starting tomorrow's heat at... So we will be starting bright and early tomorrow with 7:30 start time, with a 7:30 start time. So tomorrow we will be starting at 7:30 tomorrow, bright and early, with our under 16 boys quarterfinal. Well done, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow. Cheers. And another big A from Kai. Even though the heat's done, he's saying that is a victory lap for me. So, really awesome to see the boys and girls really pushing themselves out there. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.
Oh.